recorded.
Yes. All right. Hello. Welcome to another edition of the BFFisodes podcast. This is BFF episode number 28. Today is July 12th. I'm here with my BFF, Kevin Various. How are you doing, Kev?
Good, Ernst. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, just getting stuff ready. A lot of moving this week.
That's right. You helped direct your parents' move, and then your move.
Yeah, my parents moved to Palmerston, which is in the middle of nowhere. It's all farmlands and Yellowstone-ish and stuff. And I was they sent me there because the movers came on Saturday morning, so I slept there. I slept there Friday night in this empty house, but it's like a bungalow, right? It's like a smaller house, but it's scary.
If it's empty, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like you hear sounds in the wall. That's like, the air conditioning or whatever, but then like it sounds like knocking.
Well, because it's all new, right? If it's your old house, that's just
the vent or something.
Yeah, exactly. New house, you're just like fucking ghost.
Yeah, it was so scary because I'm like, what if this house is being built on, like, you know what I mean, like a cemetery or something,
like Indian burial ground?
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen a lot of those movies, and like I slept on the floor. I felt like I was camping again. Like I had a sleeping bag.
So that's all you use is just a sleeping bag.
I had like a floor mat, and then I actually didn't use the sleeping bag because it was actually hot. So I just had like a little blanket.
Was there AC on though?
No. It was cool outside at night, so the AC wasn't on, and plus I didn't know how to turn it on. But yes, it was so cold. I mean, it was cool, and but it was so scary that like I woke up like maybe once every like 2 hours. I slept maybe like 5 hours, and I'd wake up every 2 hours. I'm like, because like for some reason I would think that in my dream I would wake up and like there'll be someone like in the hallway or something, like a builder.
And what is you would just hear like just certain sounds too?
No, in the dream.
Oh, in the dream.
In the dream, someone's in the hallway. Oh. Yeah, so then I'd wake up and I'm like, wait, I'm in this strange place I've never been before, and you know what I mean. I'm like, did that happen? Is this a dream? Is this Inception? What's happening? So it freaked me out, and then I was so tired, and like the movers came, and yeah, so basically, like I wanted to help Kevin, but I think like legally, like for insurance purposes, I'm not allowed to. You know what I mean?
That's true. That is actually true. I think if you were to get hurt on their truck or whatever, moving your stuff when they were the ones paid to do it, you might, makes sense. And you paid them, so why the fuck would you do it anyway?
That's what I'm saying. And and the guy would like take like smoke breaks.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, hey, boss, you know this is a flat rate, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." It's not like
it's probably because you were standing there like this, like
I was standing there like John Dutton from Yellowstone.
John Dutton from Yellowstone.
Yeah, I channel him every day, and I'm like, "What would John Dutton do?" I'm like, Tate, man, every son has its dawn. Very wise. Everything he says, very wise.
It is very wise. He's I mean, he's had some bad movies, but we talked about this. He's in Yellowstone. He's a badass.
He is a badass.
He's a badass. So
cool. Even when I was on the beach last week, I was like, John Dutton would just be. I think that's why I sat in the sun, because I'm like, John Dutton wouldn't sit in the shade. John Dutton is a man. He'd be like, yes, the sun shines and the rays attract to your skin every morning. Doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever he says. Yeah,
that's probably why he wears a cowboy hat.
Yeah. John Dutton wouldn't be on the beach anyways.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a beach person. None of those guys do in Yellowstone.
No. But so my parents, they moved to the Palmerston, and it's like in the middle of like farmlands and stuff. So basically, it's like when you go to a cottage, you go to cottage country, and then um, uh, like it's like a small town. And then you look around the town, you say, okay, this is where the supermarket is. This is where the convenience store is, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that town, it's so small that it has like one gas station, one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
One Tim Hortons. And yeah, so I was there since Friday. So Friday, and then I came back Sunday night. So I was there for like 2 nights, and like, oh man, it felt like a cottage. Like it's so quiet. It was
It's
actually
peaceful
relaxing,
though. Yeah.
very peaceful,
Yeah.
very peaceful. And then I came back downtown last night, and I'm like, so noisy, and it was
I
walking
know.
around.
Too much. Too
Too
much.
much.
Now, when you were sleeping over there because you were a little bit scared of what the house might be built on, how many lights did you leave on? Yeah.
I left it's too late. Like not the bedroom light, but the hallway light, and I
Wait,
think
so
it was,
you slept in the bedroom
I slept in in one of the bedrooms.
and then you left the outside hallway light on.
Mm-hmm.
Door closed?
No, door open.
Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense. If you close the door, that would be even worse because then you look under the door
Yeah, you
like,
see
like a
like
shadow.
shadow or something.
Ooh. They're here.
No, because like I've seen so many movies where it's like that, where like you like you go home, and then like someone's like waiting there, you know, and like yeah. So I went there Friday night 9:30, and I had a bunch of stuff to unpack, so I unloaded it into the house,
Mm-hmm.
and then my parents were like, oh, can you get water, just water, and like um just say water for like the movers, and like for like the next day when everyone comes.
You give them water too?
Actually, they had their own water. They're like,
Yeah, I
fuck
figured.
you, we don't want your
We don't want your charity.
yeah. So actually, so I went to Walmart, which was like 15 minutes like down the street,
Yeah.
to another small town called Listowel.
Listowel. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I know that one.
Oh, have you heard of that one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So went to Listowel, and like that Walmart's even scarier because it's in the middle of nowhere too. So you have like a Walmart, and then like you see across the street, it's like just fields. And this is like 10:30 p.m. now. So now I'm like, oh, this is pure. This is a pure uh, horror movie.
Yeah.
Like I know what you did last summer, kind of thing. So I loaded the drinks. I got some snacks. Went back to the house, and then I'm like, what if I go back to the house and like something? You know what I mean? Like something moved.
Ooh,
You
the
know what I mean?
cupboards
Like
are open.
the covers are open because I closed some of the doors, like the basement door, because that's like, kind of scary.
Yeah.
So I closed that door. But then what if I go back into the house and like, you know what I mean? Like some stuff is moved, or like some lights that were off are now on.
I think again that all comes from you just don't know the history of the house, right? Like your other house, um, nobody. Well, I mean, for the most part, that nobody died there. For the most part, all the sounds
Yeah, no
that
one.
happen.
Yeah, because in Brampton, yeah, there's the ghosts don't go to Brampton either.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
There's
No,
too many people. Yeah, it's too many people. No
screw
way.
this.
No way. Yeah. But in a new house, you don't know. Like you don't know who the previous tenant was. You don't know who the previous person was. I mean, from the pictures that I saw, uh, is that a new build? The place
Yeah,
that they bought.
it's a whole new build. Like the whole
Okay, so
street's like brand new.
then yeah, nobody would have lived there. But yeah, you don't know what they built it on.
Yeah, like ghost cows or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why, again, we talked about this before, but that's why we got our house so cheap because it was an estate sale. But
Wait, what?
it was through the bank, I think it was like an
Wait, your
estate
house?
sale. Yeah, yeah,
Beamsville?
yeah. Somebody
Oh,
died in there.
really?
Yeah, we didn't know though till afterwards, like till after we got till we like signed all the papers were signed and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was the neighbors who told us that there was a guy that lived there, and he had a Russian mail order bride kind of sort of thing, and she had her boyfriend, and he apparently overdosed on pain meds in the house.
No way.
Yeah. So then obviously after that, like as you're doing renovations and things, you're just thinking like, oh, is that you?
Yeah.
Are you here?
Were you scared?
Not really, but when we were doing so we took the flooring out in the master bedroom, or whatever they call that now, because apparently that's not politically correct. But in the
I was thinking about that.
What?
I was thinking about that because when I was directing the movers,
yeah,
like, oh, where do we want this? I'm like, put in the master's bedroom. And I'm like, wait a minute, why do they call it masters? Like we're slaves.
Well, I think it is. Yeah, I think it dates back to that. But we took the flooring out, and on the subflooring, there's like dried up. There's like a big stain of blood. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They just painted over it.
No, but if he OD'd, there would be no blood, right?
But I think it wasn't. He didn't OD himself. I think the thought is that the girl did it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I'm scared.
Why?
Goosebumps. Huh? I don't know.
Why? Nobody OD'd in your house. Nobody OD'd there. You're fine. You're okay.
Well, I can't believe they didn't tell you that before you moved in. Would that have
because it wasn't considered? Would it have affected it? I don't know. It was a good deal though. So I mean,
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. So now we have a ghost, apparently.
Well, hey, my psychic friend. Did I tell you this?
No. Oh wait, about your you having like a guardian angel?
Yeah. So that guy, Jim, he saw this clip on Instagram, and he messaged me. He said, "Hey, nice setup you have for your podcast. If you guys ever want to have a guest, just let me know, and I'll come on and talk on the show."
Oh, I thought he meant like if you want to guest, like a ghost guest or something. Like, just tell me. I'll send him over.
It's just an empty screen, empty room.
That actually would be pretty cool. Just for general questions.
I know.
But at the same time, that's a box I don't know if you want to open.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? I'm on the fence at the moment because there would be so many questions that I would have. And I'm not really scared of if we had that, only if it was like a bad one, I guess. If it was a friendly one. But
yeah. I think before I met him, I was like so scared of like ghosts and stuff. But then after I talked to him, I'm like, they're actually not that bad because they're guardian angels and stuff.
Yeah, look at Casper was so nice.
He was a good boy.
He was so nice to Christina Ricci.
Well, if I was a ghost,
serious?
I'd be nice to Christina Ricci too. Wait.
Was he serious about coming on? Like he would do a guest spot?
Yeah.
Oh, if we did that, I'd have so many questions. This might even go down to like, I don't know. You might get emotional.
Yeah, it might. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Maybe we'll do it for Halloween.
I know, but then if we get a guest, then it's like every week we have to get a guest now.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Because it'd be weird if we had one guest 1 week and then it's like nothing.
Well, I mean, this kind of guest it's geared to something specific, right? It's not like we're not like not looking for guests, but this kind of thing would be kind of cool just to have, every once in a while segment. Just like how I think Oprah had one. They had like Dr. Phil had a medium, Montel.
Oh yeah. Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart had one.
Yeah, Crossing Over.
Was that? That's not Jon Stewart.
It's another.
It's different.
Yeah. It's a different one.
I remember that though. I remember that guy.
Yeah.
I remember that guy. Oh man, and that's what I meant by opening the box. What I meant by opening the box was like, I don't know if you want to open that box to, not to guess, but like to just questions that can be answered that are right now. They're just kind of like, I don't know if there is one. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. But then you would definitively know if he told you, like, hey, there is one right beside you right now.
That's what I'm saying. He might be like, hey, that night that you slept in your parents' house in Palmerston, that wasn't a dream. Something like that, Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm like, that's got me kind of. I kind of want to try it, but at the same time,
We'll talk about this on our off-air meeting because
we'll put a pin in it.
we'll put a pin in it right now because it's tough, Kev. We missed last week. We've been missing multiple weeks. It's been hard to coordinate our schedules, as some people would say, and then like now we have to incorporate a third person.
I know. Then we got to get their schedules down. I know. It might be more chaos. I mean, this is the life. I mean, with success comes all the other stuff, right? I mean, you can't pick and choose. You want to be successful, this is what happens.
Yeah. If this was both our full-time jobs, then for sure we can make time.
We probably just need to hire a producer to get everything.
So that now we need a fourth.
Yeah, and then we
need I'm getting tired just thinking about this.
Oh my gosh. I tell you, man, like these last couple of weeks have been one of they're just really tiring. So I told you about the teeth. I've been seeing Dr. Dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Bitch.
Wow.
So
Dr. Babe.
Dr. Babe. So tomorrow I go in for a general cleaning. Okay. And then they called me on Saturday. They're like, oh, hey, we can move your, wisdom teeth procedure up to Wednesday, like this coming Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I was like, do you want to do it? I was like, I don't know. But I figured I might as well just do it. Yeah. But then it was one of those, everything's compiling together. So it's like the vaccine, then feeling like shit, and then having to do the wisdom teeth thing, because that's going to put you out for at least a week. And the other thing that we talked about that I wasn't sure I was going to say it or not, but I'll just talk about it now. But anyhow, 2 weeks ago, like Caitlin found this pretty big lump on, like, it's like right over here. You can probably almost see it through my shirt. Kind of see it. Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty big. I had no pain or anything like that, but I called the doctor, found one that I was able to go see thanks to my sister. And he's like, oh, well, that's a tumor, but I can't tell you if it's like benign or malignant. Yeah. So you're going to have to do a test. So I was like, oh, shit. Because then when you hear like tumor, I don't care if it's like, if it's benign or malignant. It's still kind of a scary thought. It's
still a tumor, yeah.
Right. And so leading up to that, I wasn't able to find a doctor because with COVID happening, everyone's busy. No one's taking any new patients. And then, just like I said before, it's everything compiling together. I had like a moment of, for the longest time, and I think just taking the podcast to a whole different direction now, just making it a little bit more serious, I guess. For the longest time, like my mind and my body were the same age. Yeah. Like in my head, in my mind, I'm early 20s and body felt the same. It was only up to the last couple of weeks when Caitlin found that thing. And then everything happened with my the wisdom teeth and everything. Not so much. I guess you could question you're not as young as you think you are.
I know.
Right?
I know. Yeah.
And obviously I'm trying to play it cool. I'm not like the teeth thing is nothing. That's whatever. This tumor thing, that's kind of got me a little bit a little worried.
Oh, for sure.
Right. I mean, at this point, if I've got it, I've got it. But it's like the waiting part that's the killer.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, just certain things would pop up. So I was watching this podcast on KFC radio, and one of the guys on the show was talking about the last time he had like a big cry was when he heard or read an article about George Clooney. The article was asking him why George Clooney doesn't work that much anymore. So George Clooney said that, in my earlier days, I've done X amount of shows and X amount of movies. And he's had all these other reasons why he doesn't work. And then one of the big ones was that he sat down and took a look at his life, right? And realized that, he only had maybe 25 more summers.
Yeah.
Right. So it kind of put things in perspective for me, where it was like, okay, I'm 39, almost 40. Let's just say my magic number is, just for argument's sake, is 80. Mm-hmm. Now, and let's just say that's yours. What's one thing that you like doing, I don't know, once a year that you look forward to doing, either with your friends or family or whatever it is?
Yeah, like going to Wonderland or something?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. So if you think about it, you can go to Wonderland 40 more times. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, you can go to Wonderland as many times as you want, but
I have a season's pass, Kevin.
Yeah. That makes sense. But I mean, the time that it rolls around where it's like, okay, Wonderland's open now, you can use your season's pass.
Oh my God, no, Kevin. Here's a more serious one. Christmas. I love Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
one because you only have Christmas once a year.
That's it. Well, I mean, a lot of things are once a year, but I mean, yeah. But I mean, yeah. So 40 more.
40 more Christmas. Oh my God.
And then I was thinking, like, I had this problem where I was so overwhelmed that I thought maybe I should just cry it out. Like, just have like a cry session.
Oh yeah. Those are great.
I couldn't. I haven't had one. I don't even know how to. The amount of feelings that I was feeling, the overwhelming, everything that was going on, and still I couldn't even bring a tear. Where I did get teary-eyed was when I put the perspective of, let's just say, I could do 40 more back to schools.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, even what made it more sad was that my kids aren't even in school yet. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's like one of those, it's one of those things, but again, this news or whatever this is, hasn't really changed anything other than, I guess just perspective on things.
Yeah. It's like a wake up call.
Yeah. But at the same time, I might get the news that it's nothing and I might need some minor surgery and then, just go back to living how I was living before, 25 in the mind and then 25 in the body.
No, I think it'll change your perspective from now on.
It might. It should. It really should. But it's just one of those things where it's just, you think, well, I mean, like, you're like late 30s. What could possibly happen? And the other thing too that I was thinking of, and this might be more for you, but if you've got 40,
yeah,
right? Like, how many, like for everybody else, like how many do their parents have left?
I know. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, this whole thing is just like, it's a perspective thing of, I'm kind of I was for the longest time just in my own bubble, just doing the same things pretty much every day, just, work, home, and then everything else kind of falls by the wayside, as it should, because, family is important. But like making a conscious effort to reach out to other people.
Yeah.
Or even just your own family, like my own family. I don't really reach out to them as much. But then it kind of gets you in that mode, like, well, you know what, you probably should, regardless of whatever, whichever way this goes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I haven't heard anything from the doctor. They don't have any results, and I would have thought that if it was bad, they probably would have called you by now.
Yeah, it would have been like an emergency or something.
Yeah, it would be awesome for content if they called right now.
Yeah, just like how my mom called.
Yeah. And then I could just be like, oh, let me just put you on speakerphone. But yeah, no, it's these last couple of weeks have just been so, like, again, with this week alone, it's like it's waiting for the results of whether this thing is, on the upside or the downside, getting the vaccination, feeling like shit, and then like the dentist stuff that's happening. It was a lot, but I don't know. It's kind of put things in perspective for me, at least.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because like sometimes, like you forget to like, like what they say, like you forget to stop and smell the flowers, kind of thing.
Yeah. No. I hear you.
And yeah, I think that's what kind of happened to me when I woke up. I was 30 years old, like 8 years, whatever, 8 years ago.
9 years.
9 years ago.
Almost 9 years. Yeah.
And then I was still working at the bank.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, I'm still, because I've been there. I think at that point 10 years. Ooh. I think I started when I was like 20 or something. And then I was like, wait. Luckily, I caught it then because I'm like, whoa, I'm 30 years old. I'm like, do I want to be here? Like, where do I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
What do I want to do? And like at that time, I just started doing like stand-up comedy, and I still sucked. I still suck.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I saw it in your eyes. And then I was like, you know what? I want to go for this thing. I want to try this out. Because I like making people laugh, whatever. And I was like, I didn't want to wake up 40. I didn't want to wake up 10 years from then and be like, wow, I could have done this, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And
that's why I always say, Ernst, out of everybody, at least the people that I know, there's a very few amount that, just do what they enjoy doing. Most people just do what they have to do to, survive. Like, they went to school for something, but they're doing, something totally different out of their field.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people aren't happy. And like you said, when you were 30, you realized that, like, oh shit, do I want this in another 10 years?
Yeah. It's like a crossroads. It was like, hey, at 30, it's like, because everyone was like getting married and having kids. And it was I was like, okay, do I want to get married and have kids now, or just because if I got married and had kids, I couldn't have done stand-up. I couldn't have done like what I did for the past 10 years, like just running around.
It would be very hard. Yeah, it would be very hard, and like the guilt would set in. Like you'd be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah,
I should only do one show a week, kind of thing.
Yeah. But I think the pandemic, it's just like it helped me, because then like those past like 9 years was like a blur, because I was like, whoa, it's been like 9 years since I worked, like a full-time job and stuff. And then
yeah.
But now I'm like, since the pandemic, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it is time, because especially what you said, like how many Christmases do you have, and then like what if I do have kids?
Yeah.
Like how many Christmases can I be with them? So.
Wait, what you think it's time for? What? Like to impregnate?
To settle down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think
the beacon has been turned on. Ernie is single. He's gonna have his own place. He's a really funny guy.
I think because I had like options, like because rent was like cheap here in Toronto.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I could stay here, and then everything's opening back up. but then part of me was like, no, I think I'm done here for now. You know, like I don't need to be here like every day anymore. You know, because before I'd be running around like I do like, like 2 shows a night or whatever. But now there's not that many shows, and Etobicoke's not even that far. So
no, you know. No, it's like next door.
Yeah, plus I have to. If I go to my parents' house, it's still an hour and a half.
Yeah, but at least the 427's right there.
427's right there. Yeah,
right to the 401. But yeah, I mean that's just. I know this isn't typically and this is why when we talked about it before, I was like, I don't even know if we should talk about it because it's not really on brand with what we normally do.
No, this is. I like this.
This is, nice. Is kind of on brand with Inspire though.
Yeah. No, but this is good. This is you know, because I'm guessing people, this is very relatable.
I'm sure.
Especially most of our listeners are people our age. So
well, there are friends as well.
There are friends. Yeah, so a few of them have notified me that we did not have an episode last week again.
Oh, so sorry, guys. So sorry. We're just trying to get our lives back together. I don't know. Maybe we couldn't film.
But yeah, no, this is good. A nice long episode for the past 2 weeks, and I don't know about next week because I think we're going to the cottage.
You guys have a cottage?
Yeah, for Keys' birthday.
Oh, that other yeah.
Yeah, it's like Monday to Thursday.
I think it's that's a bit of a different.
Yeah, so we probably won't record next week.
Well, you could just bring it up.
Oh, maybe. We'll have to bring a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
This is good enough.
Two listeners.
Yeah. If I'm telling the listeners now that they know. Hey, and then when we come back, I think it's my birthday. Is it my birthday?
It is your birthday. It will be. So it's the 60th. So, well, no, just before, I think.
Oh, it's just before. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Because my birthday is August the 4th. And
all right. It's all right. Okay.
August 4th.
We get it.
It's like 3 weeks.
Mark it on your calendars, everyone. He's single. He's got his new place, and his birthday is August 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
That was a good one.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Let's end it off on a good note. You know, hopefully when you come back, we have good news.
Anything at the very least. At least you got your place.
Yes, it'll be
some good news.
Yeah.
Some good news.
Yes, new beginnings. So I forgot how to end this show, but thank you for listening, everybody, and be sure to check us out on Spotify and the iTunes, and follow me on the internet at Ernie Vicente, and Kevin is at.
You follow me on Instagram at Kevvarius, KEVVARIAS.
All right, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Toodles.